The missing barge. The water was lapping gently in Big City Port, and the sun was shining weakly through the few clouds left from last night's storm. Captain Starr, owner of the Starfleet, was giving his tugs their orders for the day.
A large tanker ran aground in last night's storm. Before she can be refloated, all her goods have to be shipped off, and there is a very handsome reward for delivering them safely.
Unfortunately, Zoran and Zach, two of the Z-Stacks, who were rivals and enemies of the Starfleet, were moored around the corner listening to every word. Zoran grinned slyly at Zach. "That reward would do very nicely for me. Let's follow him." The Star Tugs set off towards the stricken tanker, chatting merrily to each other, unaware that they were being followed. Warrior, the strongest of the Star Tugs, was the last one out of the port, towing a heavy old barge to stow the cargo in. He was so busy trying to catch up with the others, he didn't notice Zoran cutting between him and his barge, and slicing through the tow rope. Zach, who was steaming alongside Zoran, called out, "Here, slow down while I fasten the barge onto you." Zoran waited until Zach had tied the rope, then steamed quickly off to hide the barge. Meanwhile, the Starfleet had reached the tanker. Big Mac looked round at the other tugs. "Warrior, what happened to your barge?" Warrior looked behind him in surprise.
"I dunno,"
he stammered as he chugged and puffed up and down looking for it. That evening, as it was starting to get dark, Zoran came out of his hiding place with the barge. With the help of a crane, he loaded as much cargo as possible into the barge. The crane told him to take the cargo to another ship moored outside the harbour limits, first thing in the morning. At the crack of dawn, Zoran set off, looking forward to the reward he'd be getting. Ahead of him, he could dimly see the outline of a freighter looming up. "Ahoy there!" he shouted, but as he drew nearer, he realised it was Johnny Cuba. "Oh no," he groaned, "what am I going to do?" Johnny Cuba was known to be a smuggler. He used to be a friend of Captain Zero's, but recently the Z-Stacks had been given strict instructions from Captain Zero never to have any dealings with Johnny. Zoran did not dare disobey Captain Zero, even if it meant losing the reward. "I'll just have to release the barge and hope no one's seen me. Then I can creep back into port," he muttered to himself. But then he caught sight of Sunshine steaming happily across the harbour. An idea formed in Zoran's mind. He knew Sunshine, the newest member of the Starfleet, was always willing to help anyone in trouble. "Hey, Sunshine, can you help me?" Zoran cried out. "I seem to be losing power, and I have to get this barge across to that freighter over there." "Yeah, sure thing, Zoran. Let me help," said Sunshine, eager to please, and he took the barge and struggled across the bay. But as he came close to the dirty freighter, he realised it was Johnny Cuba. Sunshine thought to himself, "I've been warned about him by Captain Starr. I think I'll go and ask the customs launch what I should do." By the time Sunshine reached the customs launch, he was out of breath. "Hey, Johnny Cuba is lurking outside the harbour limits, waiting for this barge," he puffed. "Is he indeed?" said the customs launch sternly. "Well, let's take a look in that barge." "Well done, Sunshine," said the customs launch. "We've been on the lookout for this little lot for some time." Later that day, the Starfleet gathered round to congratulate Sunshine.
"Good work, Sunshine,"
said Captain Starr.
"I'm afraid there's no reward as the tanker has been arrested, but you did a great job."